Hey peeps. So, as for my first content, I thought it would make sense to dive deep into straight into Tempest Trials, which is what most people are probably doing right now. So, in terms of Tempest Trials, I've got to say I'm pretty decently happy with what they've done with it.
Yeah? Yes?
The changes they've done with the bonus character is nice. I still don't quite like how they've actually made like the 20% and 40% change for them, but I mean, I guess that's how to get people to spend cash. So first off, I will turn animations off just because they are time consuming. And this is kinda tricky because of Jafar and Klein. So can't attack without getting hit.
Yep.
And I can't bait with my fragile units right here. So just wait for him to come to me. And like this.
Let's go.
Burn sacrifice. Just wait.
Do my best. All right.
Should be fine.
Ready. Yep. Yes.
So there's not a lot to say about this, so I guess I might as well just throw void thoughts in terms of what I think about this game. I've already briefly said it anyway, but
Let's go.
it's interesting. It's very grindy at the end of the day, especially if you're trying to do in actual like active fashion. I know there are people who just go in, just auto battle on hard, and because they have strong enough units, which is fine. That's not my style. I don't like doing that. Even if it's boring, I'd rather grind myself out, do the game.
Okay.
So it's both nice that they've added it,
Let's go.
but I feel like that also is showing that
All right.
they realize that there's a problem with the game mode itself. So I would like to see this change in a way to make it not so repetitive. I've honestly done this hundreds of times now, and when I really think about it, I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, what am I really getting from this? I'm getting some feathers, and I'm wasting too much time on this game. As much as I like this game, repetitive content is repetitive content. So
Let's go.
it's just hard to say how to change it. You either make everything too easy to get, and thus no one will spend time on it, or you make it like really hard and really repetitive. The rewards are nice. I would say probably the easiest way to like handle this, just make it shorter. Like 2 weeks with all the bonuses they've added, it doesn't seem necessary.
Yes.
I still have another week left in this game, like into this mode, and I'm gonna be done way beforehand. This is tricky. Also, the thing I don't quite like about this mode is how much it emphasizes speed.
Yes.
If you're not beating maps fast enough, you're losing points. It only promotes people to create these hyper-offensive teams, as you can see here. You have to beat everything, kill everything, and if you lose anyone, you don't get them back, so you might as well kill everything before they kill you. It only makes sense, right? And if you have a strong enough team, it's almost brain dead. Because it's easy to figure it out. Reinhardt's gonna attack, gonna die, they're gonna move in, and what do? I just kill them. I mean, I guess you could say that's all Fire Emblem content in Heroes,
Yes.
but it feels like if they're just gonna do this every like month at this point, they could change something about it.
Yes.
So attack here. Assume she can kill Ardent. I guess you could say I'd maybe have it easier because I'm a half whale and I have all these units to use, and maybe the average player would not have this. So that's a valid enough point.
Okay.
But
Yes.
regardless, it would be nice to see them change it. I appreciate the changes they made. The 2x bonus is honestly good. I don't know. It's hard to say what they could really change off the top of my head. Ooh, and this lineup is tricky. I do not expect the pivot. Alright. Probably
Yes.
something like this
All right.
to this,
Ready.
and she should survive. And then just wait it out for a turn.
Do my
Alright.
best.
So kill that.
Okay. Let's
But where was I? Back to the point I was making. So the game mode itself is fine,
go. Ready.
but it does get repetitive after a while. 4 weeks is, I don't know, it's just excessive.
Yep.
They could increase the point total, make the maps maybe a little bit harder, and then just call it a day. 2 weeks of this, like, who really has fun doing this? Like every bit of your stamina just goes into this. And then what's the point, like, after you get to the 100,000? Like, for the point, for the feathers, I can't see myself realistically getting into the 1K bracket. So all I want to do is just gonna situate myself snugly into the 5K bracket and just collect those feathers. It's not an easy thing to change. IS has shown they're attempting to make changes, and
Let's go.
2x bonus is nice.
Yes.
It means people don't feel obligated and feel like a waste. They feel like, at least the first time they're doing it a day, they're getting a
Do
big
my
chunk.
best.
This is gonna be tricky.
Ready.
Ooh, alright, so probably
Okay.
bait with Nino.
Let's go.
Yeah. So those are just void thoughts in terms of the game. In terms of stat inflation,
Yes.
I feel like there was definitely some bad times when they initially did this Tempest Trials, but I feel like they've gotten better. Especially, I guess my biggest complaint before was regarding the random skills. There was lots of Wings of Mercy everywhere, and that seems to be all gone. There seems to be a set skill variance between units, so there's a lot less bullcrap, I would say. What am I gonna do about this?
Do my best. Okay. Ready.
Also, I forgot to add people's skills back, which is my fault.
All right.
Alright, kill that.
Yes.
Can she realistically die to this? Possibly.
Do my best.
19. That's 33.
Okay.
I don't see that realistically being able to survive.
Do my best.
I guess the answer is attack here and then retreat back.
Let's go.
That makes sense to me.
Huh. Yes.
Alright. This is
Yes.
obnoxious. I can't kill all the units fast enough here.
Do my best.
She still even survives that. That's so bulky.
Okay.
I think Shauna will kill Erica
go.
if I just attack into it. Man, these last B maps are always so tricky if you get the wrong units, and if you don't play at least one good bait unit.
Do my best.
Do I just sacrifice Erica? I really don't want to. Oh,
All right.
I mean, there's probably an obvious answer. Just let her hit into my actual tank unit
Yes.
here, and just end it. Alright. And
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
The obvious move. The correct move isn't really obvious all the time, but it's nice that
Huh.
it feels really nice to be able to find it sometimes. This map is not made to handle the last map, but sometimes it can, and it's nice. I have a better team that I sometimes use, but they maxed Hero Merit and SP, so
Do my
I'm
best.
grinding out other units. And I honestly hate facing Kagero on this final map.
Okay.
This is gonna be so tricky.
Ready. Let's go. Yeah.
Alright, this'll do. So,
Yes. Do my best.
huh. She can actually kill that. That's surprising. Alright.
Yes.
Alright, this looks fine.
Uh-huh.
Bait him into attacking her.
All right.
Move her up. So yeah, this is probably the easiest TT in terms of final boss, other than maybe the Alm. Obviously Veronica was ridiculous. So it feels nice
Yep.
to have a unit slash boss that's not obnoxiously terrible.
Huh.
Um, this is probably the medium size in terms of bosses. If you have a good red, it's a lot easier. Obviously,
Let's go.
my Erica is not the best offensive unit with her current build. And yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice Faye. And that should basically be good enough.
Yes.
So move
Yeah.
this,
Yes.
this, and just bait Sonya in.
Ready.
Alright.
Do my best.
And I just need to
All right.
do enough to get her low enough. Sacrifice a unit,
Yes.
kill, bang. Yeah. Obviously this team is not the fastest, but I'm already max points basically, so, and I'm not aiming to be into the top 1,000. That's unrealistic. I don't want to span the stand pots. So getting this is good enough. But yeah. Game mode, pretty fun. Would wish that the free-to-play units would be in the 40%, or all of these would be in the 40%. I get that it's a gacha mechanic. They're trying to get you to spend, but it'd be nice if, you know, this was all one thing. Especially since they both get the same amount of bonus stats. I don't know. But they've done a lot to make it nice. I would like to see this shorter. 2 times, once a day, twice a day is nice. But honestly, I feel like they could do better with this mode, or just not every month. Like 2 weeks every month of this, it seems excessive. The rewards are nice, but if they could make us like once a week, like during a month, that'd be really nice. Increase points if you have to, but just 2 weeks of just this is too much. I guess I'm repeating myself, but yeah. So, this is Tempest Trials. Hopefully you're all having fun with it, and if you're not, feel free to say so, and feel free to leave any ideas otherwise. See ya.